Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. Before I hand over to your new Mayor and Master of Ceremonies for this evening, Councillor Lindsay Freeman, it is my privilege as Town Crier and Sergeant at Mace for Seaford Town Council to welcome you to this annual forum meeting and to give you just a slight taste of what I love to say when I finish off a shout in Broad Street on a Saturday morning. This is Seaford. It's good here, isn't it? God save the Queen!
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Seaford's annual town forum. We're in a beautiful part of England and have fantastic views from here. Firstly, I'd like to give thanks to our previous mayor, Councillor Dave Argent, who's done such a brilliant job of guiding.
Come here.
Sorry. Firstly, I'd like to give thanks to the previous mayor, Councillor Dave Argent, who's done such a brilliant job of guiding a newly elected town council through the process of becoming a united team, all working together to make Seaford a great place. He was ably assisted by Councillor Rahulma Haider as deputy mayor, and a big thank you to her as well. Thanks also to the young man Gabrielle Edwards and her deputy Jessica Batchelor, who have made a superb team working together for the young people of Seaford. Jessica is actually the young mayor for the coming year. There have been a number of key developments in the last year. These include successful opening of the View, which is running successfully and is becoming the must-go-to wedding and party venue for the town. Construction of the new children's play area in Salts. Though we were badly let down by the play equipment suppliers, who have paid the price and had to reconstruct most of the site. Complete renovation of Hurdy's house and successfully renting it out on a 25-year lease to a well-established local business. We've started the long-awaited neighbourhood plan for the town. We've organised some very successful events, including the biggest and best Christmas magic the town has seen. Adopting a very exciting strategic plan for the future, which we'll be hearing more about from the town clerk, Sir James Corrigan. We have presentations by the recipients of large grants, followed by the former mayor, Councillor Dave Argent, presenting awards. The former young mayor, Gabrielle Edwards, will then present the Young Mayor's Awards, and finally we will have an opportunity for you to raise questions about local issues. Firstly, though, we need to adopt the minutes of the annual town meeting held on the 28th of April 2015. Do I have a proposer, please? Thank you. And a second? Thank you. All in favour? You can all vote, by the way. Okay, it's passed. I'd like to introduce you to our town clerk, Mr. James Corrigan, who's now going to talk to you about the strategic plan for the future which we set recently.
Good evening, everyone. I'll try and make this not boring. The council's decided to have a strategic plan going forward so we can be more proactive in how we do what we do as a council. We've had a couple of years of rebuilding, and now we felt it was time to start to be more strategic. The council, it was a new council, started last May, and the key was really to come up with a slogan as well, a mission statement, and that was working together for Seaford. And you may have noticed that since the new council came into being, there is no politics. The councillors don't display the politics on the council website in any way. and the councillors work together as a team. They don't work as political groups or political parties. They work together for the good of Seaford. And any decisions they make are absolutely based on what they feel is the best for Seaford. So we created 5 main strategic objectives. The first one was to develop the cultural and economic well-being of the town. There's quite a few different things there, but we are currently working our way through these. Anything that's got an asterisk next to it means that we are still going to consult further on that before we develop the project further. There's some interesting ones. In particular, we're going to be looking at South Hill Barn. The town council own that and have spent roughly £15,000 to £20,000 in the last couple of years just keeping it watertight, but it doesn't do anything for the town. We have lots of residents coming to us saying, can we buy it off you, can we rent it off you, can we do something with it? So we're going to look at how best to use that in the future to provide a facility for the town to use up at South Hill Barn. We also think it's important, having spoken to a lot of people on the Chamber of Trade, that we improve the tourism to the town. We want to keep the town's unique character, but we want to also have more tourists here, so we want to improve the TIC, we want to improve the signage around town, which is the brown signs. And we're also looking at providing accommodation for tourists at Seaford Head Golf Course with the introduction of some log barns on the land opposite the clubhouse here. We see that as a good income generator as well for taxpayers. Any profit keeps tax down, but it also improves the tourism for the town as well. And we're also currently working on a bit of an entertainment area at the Martello Tower, I saw Keithy from the Community Partnership. That's been something that's been an aspiration for the town for a number of years. That's going to be happening in the next 12 months, so that should happen very soon. We're also looking at some more beach huts on the seafront. We're going to continue with a lot of things that we already do. There's a lot of events going that we already support. We're going to continue to do that. And we're also looking at the number of concessions on the seafront. They're provided by the town council as well. We may introduce another one. We've got to look and make sure it's market viable and it's strong for the town, it's good for the town, not bad for the town. As was mentioned, the neighbourhood plan's just started. One of the key elements of that is looking at tourism in the town as well and how that's going to work for the town. So we're going to look at that. We don't make the decisions on the neighbourhood plan, you as residents do that. You'll all be getting a questionnaire over the next few weeks, asking you questions which will then feed into the whole neighbourhood plan, which will take roughly another 18 months to complete. Another strategic objective was to improve the environment of the town. So we want to improve all the spaces around town. We're going to improve the seafront, as I've already alluded to. That's something that we're starting now. We're doing some consultation. We want to hear what people have to say about that, how we should improve it. We do a lot of things with the tree wardens, so we're going to continue with the planting of those. And Seaford Head Nature Reserve, we work with Sussex Wildlife Trust to manage that, which we're going to continue doing. And we will adopt a new management plan for that, which makes it more sustainable going forward. We also want to improve and maintain the recreation facilities of the town. So basically we're looking at the main parks or recreation areas in the town, which is the Martello, the Crouch and the Salts. We're doing a lot with those at the moment. We've got ideas for them. That's all being developed. The Salts is ready to go a stage further, but we are just hanging on at the moment to see if we're going to have an iconic facility there, which would be some sort of bar or restaurant. I don't like that word, but that's what it's been called. And also a playing pitch strategy. We need to make sure we've got enough sports and recreation grounds in the town, not just for now, but in the future as well. So we're going to look at that as well. We want to help represent the needs of the community. Those who were involved in the recent system, or I think how best to diplomatically say this, dealing with the objections to the Buckle car park facility. There's a lot of people in here, a lot of groups who are involved in that, and they'll all tell you if you ask that we helped them behind the scenes with what they were doing, because as a town council we objected to that proposal. That's one way we can represent the town, but we also look at planning applications, and we're looking at the biggest thing, which is the new neighbourhood plan for the town, which will make a big difference for the town. It'll determine where housing's going to go, it'll determine on the character of the town, where it should be retained, it'll make lots of decisions that people have to follow. They have no choice. It becomes a legal document once it's adopted, and it goes through the statutory process. So that will be a legal document for the future for the town. We also have to practice good governance and want to continue doing that. Part of that for Seaford Town Council is actually to get this facility here to generate a profit, to reduce tax burdens again. Same with the golf course, the view, we want to generate profits from those. We also want to possibly sell off some small parcels of land around town that we don't use. We're not talking about big controversial sites here. These are 1 or 2 small sites, which you will be consulted on. It's in the neighbourhood plan consultation document that's being delivered to 10,500 households. We want to know what you think about that idea when it comes around. We're looking also to make financial savings wherever we can. The officers and the council officers have all been given tasks to achieve savings so that we can again keep council tax as low as possible, and also look to reinvest money wherever we can to bring in more money, which keeps the council tax even further down. So that's our main strategy going forward. I'm willing to answer any questions on that, or you can leave it till the end. But if we've got a couple of minutes now, I'm happy to answer any questions now. Or if you want to think about it and ask them at the end, then please do so. But that is our strategy going forward. And if anybody wants to be kept in touch with what the council does, I would recommend you go to our website. You can also register to receive all of our email bulletins and press releases and minutes and agenda. We send them to a large number of people in town now who want to keep in touch with what we're doing. If you want to be part of that, then just drop us an email and we'll add you to the list. But do look at us on Facebook. We've got over 1,000 followers now on Facebook. And our website, which we're improving all the time. But all of that information will be on there. We send out lots of press releases, which Haven News tend to cover. Local press do, they end up on Facebook as well. So there's plenty of avenues to hear what we're doing. But we encourage you to communicate with us because we want to know what you want, so we deliver what the town wants rather than what we think you want. So that's the end of the presentation for now, but if there's any questions, I'm quite happy to answer those.
Yes, you've got it. I found it very interesting. It would be difficult to disagree with much what is on there. But I just wondered about the sale of land. I mean, maybe you can't say more about that, but it did strike me as, sure, I hope you're not saying off preparation fields or anything like that, but perhaps you could reassure us on what you're intending.
It's some small parcels of land which most people probably wouldn't even know we own. There are on a plan that is coming out with the consultation document, which everyone will get a copy of who lives in Seaford. It'll go through every household over the next few weeks. So rather than go through them in detail, they are very, very small. They're literally plots of land that you can build 1 or 2 or 3 houses on at the most. They're not used as a recreation space, they're just a piece of grass at the moment. And we are considering selling those. If we were to sell those, we've had them valued, the income that would come back would be in the region of £1 million. With £1 million, we could do an awful lot of those projects I've just gone through. We wouldn't just spend the cash on the projects, we'd use it as a way to bring in more money, to generate it. It would be sort of a cash lead to make sure we can do even more than £1 million worth of projects.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Any other questions? Yeah.
Just clarity about where we get the opportunities to contribute to development like this.
Okay, the best way is to register through the email and so that you get all of our press releases. When we do those, we'll be advertising when we're doing things like, we will be going up to South Hill Barn, for example, to get people's views on what we're proposing up there. We'll be doing a survey through SurveyMonkey and also in various venues around the town. But if you were contacted, if you were registered on our email list, you will get to know about all of those straight away. So that's the easiest way to do it, to be sure that you get to find out every time. Any other questions? All right, thank you very much. I think I'll hand back to the chair now, but thank you very much.